Hi, this is April, and today is the 20th of April 2014, and I just want to make this quick vlog just to document um, things that are developing in my journey when I journey toward an increased social value, which is such a big term. It has a lot to do with self-esteem and self-concept, and there are a lot of nuanced elements in that. No one ever teaches you how to really value yourself. The tips that people give you are things that are very extraneous. Okay, if you look better, if you earn more money, if and I think I covered that in an early video briefly. Um, what I am focusing on is on the internal. And I realize that it is a very nuanced um, uh, journey. It has a lot of little elements that have to do with self-talk and have to do with breaking down ways of thinking, have to do with forgetting the past, have to do with embracing the now. And these things, I can say something that's so motivational, so inspirational, and then just like, yeah, that's my devotion and that's my thought for today. And throughout the day, I find that it's like I'm not receiving that in my emotional level, in my emotional being, because when you respond to a word and it's like dictating the emotions that you're feeling throughout the day, it's like you hear it at a whole nother level. There's a hearing that's intellectual, there's a hearing that's in your consciousness, and there's a hearing that is purely at an emotional level, where it is basically what you're reacting to. It dictates the feeling, and out of the feeling comes all the decisions that you make throughout the day. So even if in my consciousness and my hearing I say, well, okay, I am great, I am beautiful, I am contributing to the world, and on the inside, on the deep in the emotional area, I feel like, oh my god, I'm such a loser. Oh my god, I don't, I've fallen short, I never this and I never that. And all these negative things are dictating your emotions, and that's what you're going to manifest. And obviously, despite my education and despite my enlightenment and despite my level of consciousness, there's something at a deeper level that is dictating something negative, because that is what I have been manifesting, right? So this whole journey is about manifesting something different. But in order to manifest something different, I have to go into the deep areas and the gears and fix the gears in there. And what I realized recently, and this is what is inspiring these blogs, is that there are different ways of thinking that I derive from my faith that I've never applied at such a deep level. One of them is a verse I read, a Psalm 126, where it says that when those who will go to carry seed in weeping will reap, and we'll come back having reaped rejoicing, having reaped rejoicing. It's just a paraphrase. But I thought about the fact that sadness is something that I am confronted with, just like everyone else. And in the deep down gears of it, I started to do something. I started to change the way I react to these subtleties, because we're taught to ignore the subtleties in our lives. That's why entertainment is so big. I mean, people like to tune out especially from what's going on the inside. It's an easy thing to do. Just turn on the TV, you turn on the radio, plug your ears with music from your iPod or something, and then you forget. But the fact of the matter is, if I want to manifest, I can't forget, I can't ignore, I have to confront, and I have to re-educate those things that are happening on the inner level, on the emotional level. So what do I do when I'm sweating so bad? What do I do when I confront sadness? And this is a turn. I'm turning the corner here as how I'm approaching this, because I've always taken sadness as almost as a conviction of having done something to deserve it, or some level of condemnation. But in reality, when I think about this verse, it says, when you carry your seed in sadness, then you will in the future reap rejoicing. it makes me think, okay, well, I'm sad, then I need to sow a seed. I'm sad, I need to be doing something or investing my time and investing my energy in such a way that in the future, that very seed that was prompted by my sadness, I will reap rejoicing. So it's like it's a faith way out of my sadness. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm sad. I face sadness. It's a metaphysical reality. I can't pretend sadness away. If I'm sad, then I am going to take that sadness and I'm going to go and I'm going to sow with that sadness. I'm going to take time and I'm going to lift my arms up and lift my legs up and go sow toward the goals that I have. I'm going to invest in them, invest my time, my creativity in them with that sadness. And that is the thought that I had that it just blew me away because I'm just used to being so passive about my emotions and ignoring them and trying to work despite them. And now I realize that it's raining. Now I realize that I don't really have to do that. I can confront them, and there are tangible things that can be done as a result of them. Be they good feelings or be they bad feelings. But feelings shouldn't be a threat or hold me back in any way. So that's my thought for today. And for all you believers, happy Resurrection Day.